This is a 1-week itinerary for the Greek island of Kefalonia. Of course, you don't have to do it in this particular order. I'm just going to show you 7 days with activities that are easy to combine on one day. Let's go! First things first, Kefalonia is a very large island with mountainous terrain as well. And therefore, even if you are as centrally located as possible, you will be looking at driving times of 45 minutes to 1 hour on most days. One way, I mean, to visit the highlights of Kefalonia in 1 week. So take that into account. It's definitely not an island to go to if you cannot rent a vehicle. Okay, so day 1, of course, you gotta spend a day to discover the capital of Kefalonia, Argostoli. And after this, you gotta relax on a nearby beach. So this is what Argostoli looks like, more of an Italian-style town with a fantastic bridge. I recommend hopping on a bicycle tour here with Alpha Cycling. I've done it myself, and Albert, your guide, knows everything about the city, and some local food spots are included. It's the best way to see the best of the town in just a couple of hours. After that, you can head to one of Lassi's beaches, the most popular being Makrisialos, with the Costa Costa Beach Club. If you want something a little bit less well-known and busy, you can go to Kalamia Beach as well. All of the beaches in the area of Lassi have stunning waters. Over to day 2. Opposite Argostoli, Kefalonia has a peninsula called Lixouri, which you should definitely visit one day. You can take a ferry from Argostoli. It's like €3, it takes about 20 minutes, or you can obviously drive over like this on the peninsula. You should definitely visit Pani Beach, probably amongst the most stunning waters you have ever seen. Another beach with the same stunning waters but a little bit more of a hidden gem very nearby Pani is Ayaia Beach. Or on the south of this peninsula, there's another spectacular sandy beach with red sand kind of. It's called Xi Beach. Something totally different, but it shows the variety of the island. And of course, before you leave the peninsula, go to Lixouri, have a stroll around town, check out the shops and the restaurant, have a drink, and call it a day. On day 3, you can discover this area between the airport and Mount Enos. There are so many things to do here, probably you're gonna have to make some choices. There is the castle of Agios Georgios. Of course, you can drive up to the peak of Mount Enos. You can do a shorter or longer hike there, or even mountain biking if you want. And a must visit when you are on Kefalonia is the monastery of Agios Gerasimos, which is also the patron saint of the island. He was living in a cave which is under the church, and you can go inside if you want. Right next to it, there is a conglomerate of wineries called Orealios Ayaia. Kefalonia has one traditional sort of wine called Robola, and at this place right next to the monastery you can try all of the different wines from all of the different producers. So it saves you time hopping from one to the other winery, and the view and the bites that are accompanied with the tasting are also very nice. If you have some time left during this day, I recommend having a swim at Lourdas or Lourdata Beach, which is what Mount Enos looks out on. There are very nice tavernas on the boulevard of the beach. The watercolors are amazing. Day 4, the area of Sami. Because you can obviously not leave Kefalonia before you have visited the Melisani cave. And almost right next to it is the village of Old Vlachata. Kefalonia was struck by an earthquake in 1953. Therefore, there is not much left of the old traditional villages, but the ruins of some of them remain. It's very interesting to have a walk around them. Another cave that is worth visiting is the Drogarati cave, which you see here. And there's also the Zervati cave if you have some time left. And then the beach that you should visit in the area is Antisamos Beach. The colors are out of this world. Green and blue, and it is the ideal place for snorkeling. So many fishes. Also from this beach you can take boat trip to other beaches that you can only reach by boat. So if you have some time left, that could be interesting. One of them is Kutsupia Beach, for instance, which you see here below. I recommend driving back from the other side, passing by Ayaia Efimia, which is a very nice place to have your dinner at. It's a smaller harbor village and it has a more local feel to it. And when you're driving from Sami to Ayaia Efimia, you'll pass by another piece of stunning coastline. One of the prettiest beaches on that coastline, where you can also have a swim if you want, is Evo Beach. Day 5 is the area between Vteri Beach and Assos. Vteri Beach might have the bluest water of Kefalonia. You can only reach it by a very big hike or by boat, so you have to get a water taxi from Zola. I actually, instead of just getting a water taxi, got a half-day boat trip with Zola Cruises, which also passed by other private beaches and amazing caves. So if you want to see all of that in one day, including Assos, go for a boat trip. But in case you are more do-it-yourself, you can take a water taxi to Scala Beach and back. Then you should definitely pass by Mythos Beach, which is the most famous beach of Kefalonia, best beach of Greece, I guess like 12-13 times in a row. Sometimes with the currents it can be a little bit dangerous to swim there. That's why I say take a taxi to Scala, swim there and pass by Mythos Beach for the view. And of course for dinner or afternoon drinks, head over to Assos if you haven't been there yet on your boat trip. Probably the most picturesque village in Kefalonia and the most photographed thing on the island, I guess. Very tiny, so I don't know if it is the place to be for like a week in a row, but definitely go have dinner or drinks there once. On day 6, definitely visit the north of Kefalonia, especially make your way up to Fiscardo. Fiscardo is one of the few places that hasn't been hit so hard by the earthquake in 1953. Thus some traditional buildings remain. Makes it, just like Assos, very picturesque, just a little bit bigger. It's actually a proper port town. If you're searching for a nice little beach on the way to have a swim at, check out Scala Beach. I'm not including more activities in this day because probably the drive for you up to Fiscardo is already an hour, so keep it a little bit chill. And then on day 7, your last day, there are 2 completely different things you can do. You can take a boat trip to Ithaki, a nearby island with stunning waters as well. You can just hit the beach at Scala on this side and have a relaxed day. So the first 3 pictures are Ithaki. In case you didn't have enough of stunning blue waters and cute villages, go for the day trip there by boat. In case you want to stay closer by, head over to Scala Beach, a very long beach with nice beach clubs. My favorite being Amos, a very luxurious set of loungers, only 15 euros. That was last year. Then head over to Poros for some drinks in the Remezzo bar, which is partly built in the rocks, very cool. And on the way there, you can see the Potesti waterfalls to have your share of nature. That was it. I hope you enjoy your trip to Kefalonia. It's very beautiful. And remember to follow me for more Greece travel tips.